Mario Lopez.
What's up, y'all? Mario Lopez joining me now on Zoom from America's Got Talent Extreme, Nikki Bella. Welcome to the show. How are you, Nikki?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for taking the time. So I've seen the show. Y'all ain't lying when you say extreme.
Right.
These are really, the stunts are really different. Taking it outside. My guy in the wheelchair, that was the wildest thing I think I've ever seen when he wiped out and when he did it again. I don't know why. I don't want to laugh, but you kind of like, you're like, wait, what? It's really extreme.
Yeah. I mean, incredibly extreme. I think that's like why I love the show so much is sometimes I feel like, especially in TV, we say extreme, but it's not that extreme. And when you come from an industry like mine, wrestling or Travis Pastrana, like extreme sports, action sports, like when we hear extreme, like we take it to a whole other level. So it made us really proud to be a part of AGT Extreme, knowing that they really took the word extreme to its true meaning.
Yeah.
But then you get the AGT aspect of it where all these people have such incredible stories. So like Wheels, my golden buzzer, he like, that's why I had to give him the golden buzzer is it wasn't just his story, but it was when he fell and like how he got up the stairs and me being that high, like I'm terrified of heights. So already like being that high, I was scared. The fact that he can go up the stairs on his own, he gets in his wheelchair, straps himself in, and that drop, it's like not that wide. And even Travis was like, I would never go down this ramp in a wheelchair. And so it already just shows you like how brave and amazing this guy is. Then having that will of never giving up, I was like, I'm sold. It's crazy.
Very, very impressive. I know Simon was
Yeah.
taken aback, didn't want to do it again. How is he doing these days, by the way? You think he's softened up?
I do. I mean, I feel like Travis is like the new Simon, and Simon's like the heart of the show. He's like, "Are you okay? Are you sure you want to do this?" And Travis and I are like, "Do it, come on!" But Travis is like the one that's hard, is hard to impress as a judge.
So what's at stake during the finale? What is everything leading up to here?
$500,000.
Oh, that's significant.
I mean, that could change someone's life, right? It's like so amazing. And then you get titled the first ever AGT Extreme champion. Now that's, good props.
There's something to being the initial one. You're right. Are there any stunts that you thought you might want to try yourself? Or now that you're a mama, you're like, nah, I'm good.
I know. Well, so you do think twice, right? But we do all these competitions every week with the judges, and I'm extremely competitive, and I've always had that extreme side to me. So I was like, maybe next season, like I would do something crazy on a bike. I mean, I kind of maybe like get on a dirt bike and go through fire or do something fun or wild,
Okay. Okay. Aside from the show, you've also got a podcast, the Bella's podcast. Who are some of the guests that you've had on recently?
So someone who I loved that came on that I didn't realize we'd connect as much as we did is Lindsey Vaughn. Just being both from like male dominated industries, but like loving being sexy tomboys.
I can see that.
Yeah. So she was someone I loved. And then Aubrey Marcus, I like heard of him because of On It, but then like really hearing like how he lives life and the things he's done, I was like crazy impressed. And we've had a lot of badass women from Angela Johnson to Kat Cora, the list goes on. So yeah, it's fun.
Talk a little wrestling. We saw you at the Royal Rumble. Will you be at WrestleMania?
Well, so far I have a ticket booked, and that's all I can say.
Okay.
But yeah, the Undertaker's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, and Vince McMahon today announced that he's inducting him. So I'm for sure going to be at Hall of Fame because that's just an iconic moment. And being a Hall of Famer, I'm like, I got to go represent. But yeah, Bella's always find some way to get themselves into trouble there.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to that. Undertaker had a cool documentary, by the way. They did.
Yeah.
The WWE network, because my kids keep me up to date on everything. We like being.
Oh my God.
Now, what's the workout looking like these days? I'm hearing you're doing 300 abs, crunches a night. Is that real hype?
It is. So I'm not gonna lie, since Super Bowl, do you ever have these things where like you're on like a great streak of like working out, eating healthy, and then I'll have like a bad weekend, and then it's hard for me to get back into my routine?
Yes, week.
So
That's every weekend. That's every single week.
Every weekend, yeah, right?
Oh,
Okay, well, so for me, I feel like, I have a very good balance on like drinking wine and sticking to my routine. Like I do my 300 abs a night and stuff.
Right.
Since Super Bowl, I have been so bad. And I've been back in LA this week because I've been co-hosting on Daily Pop. And I'm like, I have had so many talks with myself. Like, when you get home this weekend, you're not going to the wineries. You're going to start back into your workout routine, because I don't know, sweating and working out, it's like my meditation. If I don't get it in a day, I just don't feel right.
I'm with you right there. I don't feel like I've ever really woken up. You've mentioned wine a few times, and I think it'd be remiss to not mention that you and your sister have a wine. I was gonna say a wine company, but would it be a vineyard? You'd have a vineyard, right?
Well, yeah. So I guess when it comes from Brie and I's end of it, it's more wine label, but our partners. So we're partnered up with Ryan Hill, and they're the ones that have. So I guess being partners, we do have a winery.
Okay, a winery, yes.
Yep, and we have vineyards, and it's amazing because we grow all our grapes in Napa Valley, which is very rare, especially with the fires.
Yeah.
Everyone fights to get Napa grapes, but we're releasing 4 new vintages Memorial Weekend at Bottle Rock.
Look at that.
Yeah, we're super pumped. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are living up there. How you like living in Napa Valley? It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's quiet. But you could have like your fun if you want, but then you could disconnect if you want. You could get bougie, you could get farmer. Like, I just love it. It has like old town vibes, and like we know, and I just like it. It brings me back to my roots.
How's your little boy doing? How old is he now?
Oh my gosh, he's 18 months.
Oh, 18 months.
And yeah. And he's so cute. You probably remember right now his molars are coming in.
Oh yeah.
Woo. That's been tough. And it's like, I just feel bad. It's like, I can't do anything.
I got it too. He's always, I feel like he's always sick.
Yeah.
Always something.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's all been new to me. Like, when I had my first experience of him vomiting, I was just like, oh, I don't ever want to do that again. And Bree's like, oh, you're going to be doing it like 1,000 times in your life. I'm like, that was so stressful. But he's amazing, hitting all his milestones and just growing up way too fast.
Nice. And you're engaged. At the wedding planning, do you guys have a date yet, or?
It's crazy. So we kind of have 3 dates that we're thinking about. So we're looking to get hopefully married in Paris. We feel like that, France is a place where Artem's family can meet. So it's hard. We've talked to a wedding planner, but then it's like, to being in entertainment, it's like, okay, well, let's do maybe September, right before you start Dancing with the Stars. And then it's like, well, it might be earlier this year. And then we're like, okay, so then maybe let's do after like Thanksgiving weekend or November. Oh, it's really cold in Paris. So we should do it here. And I'm just like,
you know where I think you should do it?
Where?
El Centro.
Yeah, sun all year round.
I try to incorporate that every time I interview you.
I love it. Oh my God, I love it. My family last weekend in Brawley, it was the lettuce tournament.
Yeah.
So, you have to be like part of the farmers to be there. And
Hopeville?
Yeah. Oh, do I know?
Jared Capital. I used to have a wrestling tournament at Hopeville every year when I was a kid. She's a border town kid like me. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, Hopeville.
That's hilarious.
El Centro. That's funny.
I had a good friend in Hopeville. So I'd always stay the night at her house. And then there's Imperial. Always had family in Imperial, in between, El Centro and Brawley, B-Town. And then we always have the Dunes.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about Glamis.
I know all that area. Yeah. I used to go to a lot of wrestling. A lot of good wrestlers come out of there.
It's true. I did, a college soccer game at IBC. Yeah. And I just remember being there. I'm like, this is so weird that I'm playing soccer back home.
They're from that area. I'm sure they're very, very proud. Well, congrats on everything, Nikki. And listen, be sure to watch America's Got Talent Extreme Mondays on NBC. Thanks so much for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you. It's always fun.
Okay, sweetie. Take care.
Okay, you too. Bye.
On with Mario Lopez.